Hi and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial we will look at performing a currency strength analysis for day trading purposes. My trading dashboard or desktop looks like this. On the right hand side I have my currency strength readings, and on my left hand side I have my currency strength readings for the given pair at the bottom of the chart, and I have the price chart for a pair at the top, in the top half of the chart. So if we have a look at the currency strength readings here, for day trading purposes, we want to see what price has been doing over the past 24 hours or 1,440 minutes. So if we look at the settings here, you can see that the look back is set to 1440, the visible period count is set to 1440, enable static period is set to true to ensure that we are looking at 1 minute data, so we can see what has been going on over the past 1,440 minutes. So this is what we can see. And so when you do this and you want to zoom out as far as possible so you can see as much of these lines as possible. In the middle one here, I am using the past 4 hours. And so the look back should be 240, the visible period count should be 240, and then we want enable static period to be true and the static period to be set to M1 again. And this is going to show us the past 4 hours of currency strength. And then the bottom one is a shorter term, and this is the past 1 hour. So we have the look back to 60 or 1 hour. The visible period count is set to 120 or 2 hours. This is just to show a little bit more information. You could also set this to 60 like so, which is also fine, and perhaps zoom in a little bit if that's what you prefer. It doesn't really matter. And we have our enable static period set to true and the static period at M1, so we're ensure that we're looking at 1 minute data. So that's what we can see here on the right hand side. So this gives us an overview of all of the currencies, and so this is what we use to identify currencies that we should be trading. And on the left here we have currency strength readings at the bottom, where again we have 3 overlapping currency strength instances at the bottom, and then we have a price chart for a pair at the top. So if we have a look at the bottom here, you can see if we look at the thick line, again we have the past 24 hours or 1,440 minutes. And then the thinner line we have here, which is the past 4 hours, 240 minutes. And the thin line is the past 1 hour. And in all 3 instances, you can see here that we have display active currencies only. This should be set to true to ensure that we are only looking at the currencies that make up the pair that we are currently watching. So if we have a look here, you can see that the Canadian dollar is moving higher over the past 4 hours and the Kiwi is moving lower. So if we find that, the Kiwi CAD here, you can see that over the course of the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we've had this pair move lower. And so this is quite interesting because at the point where we got this information, the currency strength information, we could see that the Canadian dollar was rising, which it has been for the past 4 hours. You could see that price has actually moved into this lovely area of supply. You can see we have one that originated from here and another one here and another one here, and it overlaps with a psychological level which is the 0 spot 9140. So this is a really nice area to sell here because we are trading in sync with the direction. So we want to buy Canadian dollars and sell New Zealand dollars, so we want to ultimately sell this pair. And so you simply sell when price comes up to this area, and we are trading in line with what's been going on over the past hour, 4 hour and 1 hour. So we're really staying in tune with the overall trend, the daily trend, the 4 hour trend and the 1 hour trend. So this is a very lovely example here. Let's take another example which is also quite interesting. You can see here we have the lime green, which is the Swiss franc, and again we'll take the New Zealand dollar, and we can see we have the Swiss franc moving higher, the Kiwi moving lower, and again on the 1 hour. So let's find that pair. Kiwi franc, you can see again this is moving lower in a hurry. So you can see price has been moving. We're in overall downtrend. If we zoom out, we'll go to the 4 hour chart, you can see that things are moving lower. And when we can see that we wanted to buy the franc and sell the Kiwi, and you can see that when we started to get these readings, which we did a long time ago, price was moving up into this supply area, which again was a round number, which is the 70-60 area. So this is a really nice entry. I'm not sure if I would have taken this. I would have, because you have to ask yourself, where would your stop go? And so for stop losses, you would have to have some kind of a protection somewhere, and there's, of course, you could have your stop above this plus 20 pips or so, so perhaps above this high or about above this area of consolidation. But there's not like a really nice clear swing point where we could have a nice area to protect our stop. But if we have a look here at this swing here to this low, we can see that the 38% comes in nicely here. So you could have perhaps put your stop, you could have had your entry here, and then had your stop above the next one, which is here, which would put us, how many pips apart are those? It's about 30 pips apart, those two. So that wasn't so bad. So maybe that could have been a good trade anyway. Let's have another look, see if we can find something else. What else do we have? We have the pound, which is moving higher on over the past day, but we can see over the past 4 hours it's moving lower, so we'll probably skip on that one. So ultimately what we need to do is we need to write down which currencies are strong and which ones are weak. So at the beginning of the day when we sit down, we would say, okay, which ones are the strong? We can see, okay, we have the Canadian dollar and the franc, so you want to say CAD, Swiss franc, and what else is looking strong? Nothing is really looking strong because they have to be looking strong on all of them. So we'll stick to those, and then for the weak ones, we can see here that we have the Kiwi, which is really weak, so we'll put the Kiwi, and we can see that the Japanese yen is also weaker, on the weak side, so we'll put the JPY there. And what else do we have? Anything else looks clear? Nothing else is really looking that clear for us. So I think we'll stick to these two because these two are low and moving lower, so I think we'll keep it to that. So this gives us a lot of option. We had a look at the Kiwi CAD and the Kiwi franc, but what about the CAD yen and the Franc Yen? So if we go to the CAD yen here, and we want to be buying this, of course, and you can see price since 9 o'clock GMT +3, price has been moving higher, which again we knew that it probably would because of the strength information that we were looking at. And what else do we have? What about the Franc Yen? Let's have a look at the Franc Yen. Franc Yen. So this one should be moving higher as well, which it is. So price is moving high. You can see we're out of kind of a top here. So you might want to be a little bit careful and maybe not expect this to continue forever, and perhaps be taking profits when price reaches some of these supply levels here. This one here is looks very thick, so I would most certainly want to be careful just around here. And you can see here this 1 minute strength information is showing a slowing down of franc strength. So this could also be a sign that we are reaching resistance, and price may very well turn around and continue lower, and perhaps start filling in some of these price inefficiencies, as we can see here. So there you have it. That's how I'm performing a currency strength analysis for intraday trading, and this is actually what I'm doing most of the time. I find that trading intraday is a little bit more relaxed thing than scalping, so this is certainly something I prefer to do. And one of the beauties of trading this way is when you're looking at the hourly chart, which I often like to look at, and you're looking at 1 minute strength information here, you can see on the 1 minute what's going on with the strength, but on the hourly you can watch the major levels of support and resistance. So you can see here price moved up into this area here, and when it did, you could see that the franc started to move off the highs there, which is telling us that it's losing some strength and may turn around and start to move lower, which would make this currency pair move back in, move lower here. You can see here on the past day, you can see that we have the strength of the Swiss franc moving lower on the 4 hour again, and again on the hour here we can see that it's also starting to turn down. So just some clues that we might want to start taking profits and getting out of this trade. But there were a few examples and an overview of how I'm performing this currency strength analysis for intraday trading. Thanks for watching.